Good evening, my darling batlings. Yeah, starting a bit early tonight because I've got some energy and I want to get things going before I lose that energy. Don't want to have another one of those low energy streams that I've been having so much lately. I'm joined tonight by Kier and JKR.
Hey guys, and I think JKR wants me to beat him up, I think.
With what hands?
Yeah, right.
Hey, Dash Cat's here for the beginning. Yep, we're doing Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. I still haven't finished this game. In fact, I haven't gotten very far in it. Hey, Psionic Hex. Thanks for messaging me, thanking me for the raid. Anything I can do to help out my friends, I like to do. Yeah, I haven't gotten very far in Death Stranding after all these years. So I figured we might as well start from the beginning, especially since the last time I streamed it was, like, the night that I got affiliate, thanks to Nade rating me and boosting me up to that follower count I needed.
Nice.
I'll be playing the PC version, because that's the one I have. Well, I have the PS4 version, but I don't want to hook up my PS4 to play it.
That's fair.
Oops. You broke it.
Like,
also,
I should point out, my PS4 version is physical, so that's why I need to hook up the PS4 to play it, because I have a digital PS5.
That explains a lot.
So, guys, I will be right back. I have to move my car back to the parking spot. So, I shouldn't be more than 5 minutes.
Okay. This game's got a pretty protracted opening, so you won't miss much.
Yeah, our last workman just left for the day, and he was taking up our parking spot in the back. So,
it is a Hideo Kojima game, so get ready for a lot of dialogue.
Nice.
Please treat your BB with care. I always treat my BB with care.
I'll be back.
I saw BB, my mind immediately went to an airsoft gun.
There's a lot of specific terminology in Death Stranding that we'll need to get used to. One of which is BB, which stands for Bridge Baby. And yes, it is an actual baby, as in like a fetus that you connect to yourself so you can sense nearby BTs, which it stands for beach things, apparently, and they're like invisible monsters that are attracted to death.
I'm just laughing at what Dash Cat is putting.
BB guns, bitch boy, big brats.
What about some big booba?
Bottom bitches.
Oh my.
Anyways, let's put a stop to the really good remix of the Pumpkin Hill theme from OC Remix. If you want to find it yourself, the song's called Graveyard Theory, or at least this remix is called that. Even adds a whole a couple new verses and a new outro that mashes it up with spooky, scary skeletons.
Dude. Baby back ribs. Oh my
baby back ribs.
I want my baby back. Is there a greater commercial than the baby back ribs song?
I can think of a few, but it's
same
up there.
Year. Oh, same. We have the Optimum Online reggaeton rap. That was actually really good, and I still remember the phone number since high school.
All right. This game likes to hijack my mouse, so I need to find my keyboard.
Oh, by the way, you have the background still on the...
I got rid of it.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, I have, since I'm playing the PC version, I have to manually start a screen share with you guys.
It's okay. There we go.
Alright, go into options, because I'm playing with a PS5 controller, so there's a few extra control settings I can use. One of which is using the built-in motion sensor for calming the BB.
Don't shake the baby.
No, you rock the baby.
What about kicking the baby?
No, this is not South Park. Wrong game.
Don't kick the fucking baby. Kick the baby.
Don't kick the goddamn baby.
The funny thing is, I was talking to
PC version of Final Fantasy 16 was announced. Awesome.
Oh shit.
Kier can finally play it.
Yeah. I don't think my computer is spec to stream it though. That's the only.
You rock the dragon. You know, you joke about that, but I'm thinking about switching the version I play of Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to the PC version. I just need to get caught up to where we were, just because there's a mod that replaces Chala Head Chala with Rock the Dragon, and one, that would be a whole burst of nostalgia for us since we're old as fuck, and two, it won't get me copyright claimed.
Oh, if you really want to torture people, I'm pretty sure there's a Dragon Ball GT rap one.
Well, it wouldn't fit for the Dragon Ball Z intro.
I know, just to fuck with people though, you know.
But no, there's only two intro mods. One for Rock the Dragon and one for the Falconer Dragon Ball Z theme from like Android Saga onwards.
Okay.
Yeah, the modding scene for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot isn't really there because, like, it's easy to mod because it's built on Unreal Engine 4. There's just not much of a community for it.
I kind of wish I knew how to mod because I would love to make a GT intro just to mess with people.
I mean, that would require... It would fit more if the game had GT content in it.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't.
Well, I know, but still, I just want to be that guy to fuck with people.
You've never watched the OG version of Dragon Ball Z, you've only watched Kai. Z has a lot of filler in it that is very hit or miss. Some say that it adds a lot more to the world of Dragon Ball Z. My take is it adds to the world of Dragon Ball Z in the beginning seasons, but then in the later seasons, it just starts dragging shit out.
It does.
And they start disregarding filler that was there before because it wasn't in the manga to adapt off of. Like, Kai is the better first watch, now that it's an option.
Yeah.
But the original Dragon Ball Z, if you can find a good quality version of it to watch, because like the official releases from Funimation, which, you know, everyone says support the official release, but Funimation's official releases of the original Dragon Ball Z are dog shit. In various ways, ranging from editing mistakes in the English dub track to fucking with the colors and cropping it to 16:9 so it looks hideous.
Yeah.
Even the Japanese releases are not that good, but nowadays, if you know where to look, you can find color-corrected Japanese releases with the English dub track. You just need a lot of hard drive space for it, because, like, to give you an idea of how much filler Dragon Ball Z has versus Kai, Dragon Ball Z, just the Saiyan saga, you know, up to the fight with Vegeta, lasts, like, about 50 episodes. Versus the 13 that it took for Kai.
Yeah, there's like one episode that adds to Gohan, and that was I don't know if this is in Kai, so you will be the one to
Kai cuts out almost all the filler episodes. There's only like bits and pieces that made it back in.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say like the kids that were orphans. That was
completely taken out of Kai. That was like the two bits of filler I noticed are still in there are the beginning of episode 1 where Goku rescues Gohan from the waterfall.
Yeah.
And even then that's severely cut down. And the stuff with Captain Ginyu switching bodies with Bulma once he was trapped in the frog body for a bit. That makes it briefly into Kai.
It was a funny part, but still, yeah, I can see why that's in there. I kind of wish they would have had the one with the orphans because they added a little more humanization to Gohan when you think about it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's subreddits at least that talk about the benefit of some of them, you know?
Yeah. Another thing to know about Kai is that it redraws some scenes with newer art, and they stand out like a sore thumb. This song is very good. This game's soundtrack is just top tier. Usually I just say that about, like, you know, bangers and heavy metal songs, but this is, like, very moody music that fits so well and adds to the atmosphere.
I'm seeing these
the whole point of
pictures
Kai
now.
was to be closer to the manga, which is exactly why I say Kai is the better watch. But the original Dragon Ball Z is still worth checking out for its historical relevance as a piece of anime history. But I
agree
would,
with you on that.
but for a first-time watch, I would recommend Kai.
Kai. And here's the thing, I'm saying that also as a long-term lover of the original. Both Ocean Dub and, you know, all that.
Yeah, the Ocean dub's a whole other thing, which Ocean kind of did Kai before Kai did. Because part of what the Ocean dub did was it cut out a lot of the fillers so it could get to the main story beats faster.
Yeah.
But in the process, it also cut down a lot of the violence, and due to broadcast standards of the channels it was airing on initially, they had to cut out all verbal references to death. So they say stuff like when Piccolo dies in the fight against Nappa, he doesn't say, like, I'm dying or anything like that. He says, I'm fading into another dimension.
Or, hell, it's changed to the home of infinite losers.
Yeah, the home for infinite losers.
I love that's so creative though when you really think about it. And yes, Dash Cat, I am with you. I was looking at the stuff. I'm like, this looks like it could be in the Midwest or maybe in the Swiss Alps or something.
All of this takes place in America, and we're starting like around the middle of the East part of America. Without getting into spoilers for stuff we'll see unfold throughout the beginning chapters, which is about where I usually get to. We're going to be traveling to the West Coast throughout the whole game.
Oh, let's go west, partners.
I mean, when you think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if the whole westward journey was literally inspired by Journey to the West a little bit. Although it's not, it doesn't have, like, you know, the traveling party of misfits. It's one person trekking by himself.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm actually surprised though that no one has modded their motorcycle to look like this.
I think there's a modding community for this. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked.
No. I mean, like, actually owning a motorcycle, like, the real life motorcycle looking like this, like how someone did the ride on.
Also, let me know how the volume balance is, because I haven't streamed PC games in a while, so I might need to adjust some settings.
Let me actually mute myself here and check it.
You've really turned around this game. When it first came out, you were in the lane that thought it was a boring walking simulator when it's so much more than that. Part of what helped people turn around on it was this coming out right before the pandemic happened. Like, having a real-world event happen that happens to line up with some of the themes of this game really changed people's perspective on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kojima predicting the future again, except this time he was just a few months off.
Yeah.
This was like late 2019 when it came out.
Yeah.
And then, which is like right when the first few COVID cases were being reported in China, but a few months before it started spreading worldwide.
Yeah.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, now they're saying the whole monkeypox thing, and I'm sitting here like, bro, I'm not working. I'm going on unemployment. I don't care what they say.
This was announced in 2016, but it didn't come out until 2019.
Woo! Get back.
Yep, we're going to be seeing a lot of Norman Reedus in this game, let me tell you. Which, I know my friend Pam would love this game because she's a big Norman Reedus fangirl. Seriously, the texture work in this game is phenomenal. The fact that they textured in Goosebumps for sequences like this.
Good boy.
That appear in real time. This is not a pre-rendered cutscene. This is all in-engine.
Oh, nice.
That's a thing with Hideo Kojima's games, is usually everything's in-engine except for, like, stock footage. What engine is this? I can't remember.
I could look it up for you.
Knowing Kojima and his team, it's probably something proprietary that his team made. Either that or it's Unreal 4.
Decima. Or Decima?
Okay, so that is his team's proprietary engine. The engine he used before that was the Fox engine, which was another proprietary thing that his studio came up with, but that's owned by Konami. So the Decima engine is like basically an upgraded Fox engine.
Yeah, I picked it in for Dash Cat.
I mean, they're not doing nothing with it. They're using it for their fucking football games, of all things.
I'll be back again. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, they're using it for gacha games. They're using it for the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. They used it for some of their pachinko games. And they used it for eFootball 2020, which has gone down as the worst soccer game in recent years. You think the engine based on the same as Horizon Zero Dawn because the devs let Kojima borrow and use it? That would make sense, because this was developed in partnership with Sony.
So maybe a modified engine, so that where they could actually name it something different.
I mean, that's how a lot of engines spring up, is like built off of similar code work and similar base work. Like the Gold Source engine that runs the original Half-Life is like technically a proprietary thing from Valve, but it's built off of the Quake 1 engine.
Okay.
From id Software. So it's built off of id Tech 2 is what's called now.
Isn't there a lot of games? I think we talked about this before in one of the Doom or Duke Nukem streams, I think it was. We were talking about their engine being used a lot, I think you said?
Yeah. Before id became like a ZeniMax partner, starting with like Doom 2016, basically, they would often license out their engines to other developers. Whereas nowadays they keep everything in-house.
What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard. Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the
NetherRealm uses a modified Unreal Engine 4 for Mortal Kombat. Yeah, and Final Fantasy VII Remake uses Unreal Engine 4, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth uses a modified version of Unreal Engine 4.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. Timefall's let up.
Like, Epic's whole thing is, like, apart from Fortnite, they're basically just working on Unreal Engine and licensing that out
That right?
to other developers.
Yeah.
Sam Porter.
Like right now, I'm trying to learn Godot script, and I'm failing in that.
I love her name because of the backstory. I haven't gotten to Fragile's backstory yet, but I do like the way that characters have themed names in this game that tie into either their character or their profession. Like, our main character, Sam Porter Bridges, is a delivery man, which is what a porter is.
Who by it a day keeps the timefall away.
I cannot. Timon, come. Yes, Timon did.
Want to come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Also, fuck Troy's character in this game because the character is so good.
Express had plenty of people.
Plenty of traitors. Not much left of us
Yeah,
now.
Troy Baker's in this game. Obviously, Norman Reedus. This is Leah, the actress Leia Seydoux.
Not much left of me.
Not familiar with her work.
Got soaked from neck to toe.
I can't help you with that.
This is an important bit of, like, world establishing here. The rainfall is called timefall, and it speeds up time of whatever it touches, which causes rapid aging. She got soaked from head to toe, which is from neck to toe. So while her head still looks youthful, her body is old.
Headed into town.
And it actually is a gameplay mechanic in this game where if you stay out during timefall, the stuff you're trying to deliver will gradually deteriorate.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay. I just had a very evil idea.
The timefall fast forwards whatever.
Hear me out. Yeah, you remember Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything changed when the Water Nation made it rain. Is it just me, or would this just seem more terrifying?
Yeah, because the world is something like 70% water.
Yeah. I don't know about the Avatar world.
I don't know about the Avatar world, but putting it in real world terms, that's a much bigger playfield.
Yeah. Not to mention their universe, like it holds like a few billion, where ours, well, we're overpopulated, but holds more billion than theirs do.
This is definitely gonna get copyright claimed on YouTube, but I don't care. I'm not monetized anyway. Because this soundtrack is all, like, in the copyright system.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's not a streamer mode, because music ties so heavily into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
We really need a streamer mode for every game nowadays.
Well, you'll be happy to hear that Twitch is updating its terms of service to make things worse for streamers when it comes to copyright music.
Mainly DJs, from what I've heard.
What it is they have you can create what's called a DJ account, which allows you to broadcast copyrighted music, but you lose all of your clips and VODs. What the update says is, if you broadcast copyrighted music that's in their DJ program outside of a DJ stream, which your whole channel has to be dedicated to DJing in order to do DJ streams, you can get in trouble. And Vinny's very mad about that. Vinny from Vine Sauce, because he streams a lot of like old music during his BRB and stream starting sequences, just to introduce people to bands they may not have heard of. And as he pointed out, Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna come out and just wreak havoc.
Oh yeah, they're gonna see really quickly how bad this is.
And also affect streamers who want to do karaoke. That's true. Also, hi, Cloud.
Hey, Cloud.
Not only that, I do know a couple of DJs. They're going to be making their own music. Actually, I think one of them, who is a VTuber, either picked up Reaper or GarageBand. I think it was. I have to double check.
Also, I found out that I'm definitely not going to be buying stuff from Advanced GG anymore, as if I wasn't already unsatisfied enough with the one product I got from them. Some of their sponsored VTubers that they have done, like, official products for are some pretty unsavory people that are in, like, you know, the right-wing grifter sphere. Like anti-LGBT content while also promoting lolicon stuff. Like, I don't have a problem with lolicon stuff, but you can't say that being gay or trans is degenerate when you're a lolicon.
Yeah.
Their stuff isn't even good anyways, and it's overpriced. It was like, including the absurd shipping costs, I paid like $60 for only half of what I would get for half the price on Gamer Subs. And it tasted like shit too.
I think you said chalky, right?
It didn't. It's not just that it had a chalky taste to it. It didn't taste like the flavor it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a cherry icy flavor, but it tasted like lemon.
Ugh.
You just remind me of icy. I'm still mad at whatchamacallit, Auntie Anne's.
Yeah, I'll name and shame. The one that they apparently are pretty heavily partnered with is Rev Says Desu, who's also known for leading harassment campaigns against people. So it's like, okay, if those are the kind of people that you're going to sponsor and make products for, then I'm not doing business with you.
I know who you're talking about.
No, Dashcat, don't fuck that guy.
Yeah, don't fuck that guy. He doesn't deserve to be fucked.
I'm not a fan of his content. It feels like he's being manipulative when he speaks.
That's because he is. He tells a lot of lies and half-truths.
That water looks so clean.
Yes!
I want to make ramen from this water, don't you?
Given that it's just had Timefall raining on it, probably not. It might,
minus Timefall.
It might decay your ramen into dust.
I mean, think
instead
of it this way,
like, we don't know how... I don't think we know in this game how Timefall works in terms of the water cycle. We just know that, like, it ages what it touches.
Yeah. Dashcat, me first.
You want to drink it? Yes, age your insides, not your outsides.
I want to look beautiful, at least.
Get rid of your inner child by forcing them to grow up. Would Timefall mess with my cyborg stuff? Yes, it would, because it affects non-organic material as well. Like, it would cause it to rust and deteriorate over time.
Also, I don't know how well you like. It probably would work great to age wine, but
very limited exposure to it because it's like rapid aging. Like there was a shot towards in the opening cutscene where there's like a crow that fell out of the sky and rapidly started decaying during just a few seconds.
Not only that, but what's our character's name?
Sam Porter Bridges.
Thank you. That's the name of all time. But yeah, even he had a drop hit him, and it aged him like.
Yeah, he had a drop hit him, and it made the impact spot on his hand where it hit start to wrinkle.
He looks 80 in that spot, maybe older.
What took you
So more than a drop.
The legend to come in late.
It's probably too much, and even then,
that's why he always, whenever he goes outside, he's wearing a hood.
Wouldn't that decay the material he's wearing?
The stuff that his coat is made out of is immune to timefall.
Great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
What's it? What's immune to timefall? Besides dirt.
That's a good question.
That's certainly a name. Oh, just wait until you see the names of other characters in this game. Kojima likes his unusual names. Hell, just wait until you see the main antagonist of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, whose name is Hot Coldman.
Next, you're gonna tell me there's a John RV staying up late. Oh God, why does that name actually work? Oh my God, I just realized something. Larry the Cable Guy could be a cable character.
No, his name would be, due to how the naming schemes work in this, it would be something like Larry Technician, and then like the company he works for.
But think about it. The closest thing we're going to get to a Kojima character with a name like that is Larry the Cable Guy. Basically,
yeah. Mads Mikkelsen is in this game as well, yeah, because Hideo Kojima has a big love boner for Mads Mikkelsen. Considers him one of the best living actors in Hollywood. There's also a character in this game whose model is based on Jeff Keighley, but he's voiced by Matt Mercer. So you get Jeff Keighley's fucking scrawny ass with Matt Mercer's sexy voice coming out of it.
I just saw SND, and I immediately thought the Korean group. It's a war crime.
And his character's name in this game, the one that's based on Jeff Keighley, is the Luden Fanboy. Or the Luden Fan, which Luden is the mascot for Kojima Productions. He cast Jeff Keighley as a Kojima fanboy.
Igor, Bridges corpse disposal.
Which is fitting.
Right. Not the touchy-feely type.
Later on, you're gonna have to explain the whole knock collab thing with me. I don't understand it.
Look,
it's basically just a way to like instantly bring people into collabs instead of through Twitch's end, instead of just organizing a Discord call.
The Discord call does sound infinitely easier.
Yeah, it's a feature that I don't see many, if any, VTubers using.
I remember Proto.
It's meant for IRL streamers, you know, flesh tubers as we call them.
Yeah.
Got a date with the incinerator.
Because it automatically turns on your webcam, which is something that VTubers do not want.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been upwards of...
Also,
you thought the guy in orange was Gordon Freeman?
God.
I could see it, but yeah, the outfits that members of Bridges, which is the organization Sam works for, and that this guy works for are color-coded depending on what job they're assigned to. Orange is corpse disposal.
I could, but there's no time.
Because with the way this game works, if a corpse is not incinerated before it goes into necrosis, it causes basically a massive implosion that creates, like, that craterizes the entire area that it was in and kills everything within the blast radius. I say craterizes as if that's a word. It's a word now.
Yeah,
It's a crater.
So how about it?
And yeah, there's Half-Life stuff in the PC version, at least.
Then Bridges hereby enters into a contract
Which is what I'm playing.
with Sam Porter.
Sam. Just Sam. And I can't spot BTs.
And this is also an important thing to know about Sam Porter Bridges. He has a phobia of people touching him. So
If it's helping you,
there's going to be a lot of scenes of, like, people touching him and him flinching, or people trying to, like, shake his hand and he, like, recoils.
makes me feel like shit every time.
That's the BB we were talking
The
about.
other side. Freaks me out too.
There is the titular Funky Fetus from Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. I can't... They say what it's called in one cutscene, but it's such a long name that I can't remember it. It's said by Guillermo del Toro. I say Guillermo del Toro's character. It's Guillermo del Toro's likeness, but he doesn't voice the character based on it.
Androphobia, I had to double check. It's fear of men.
Androphobia is fear of man. It's something like aphenphasphobia. Like, it starts with aphen, I think. It's like got too many fucking syllables to it for me to remember.
America is a country. Anybody could go in.
Amphiphobia, you're right. It's fear of being touched.
No need for couriers like
Or
yourself.
hathe-phobia. I can't do English today.
Hell, you could even visit other countries.
You see how oddly prescient this was for what would happen just a few months after it came out?
As you can see,
The idea of, like, you used to be able to go to places.
Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. Then those freaks from the beach showed up.
Backyard Sports is back? Damn, that's awesome.
Mixed together.
Yo, I feel.
Yeah, Atari's been on a big buying spree and has been working on reviving old IPs. That's part of why that new Bubsy collection is happening. They bought Accolade.
Son of a bitch.
And the first thing that they did when buying Bubsy was announce a new remastered collection from Limited Run.
Further to the incinerator.
Yeah.
This guy's about to pop.
I've never played Backyard Sports, but I always wanted to.
I never did either. To my understanding, the PC games were good, but the console versions were bad.
I didn't know. I didn't even know that much.
It's more so that the PC versions were the actual Backyard Sports games, while the console versions were entirely different games with the Backyard Sports branding. Sort of like how the console versions of RPG Maker are completely different games.
Yeah. Also, I kind of as a
How the fuck is Bubsy still a franchise? Here's a better question. How the fuck does Bubsy have more new releases in the past 15 years than fucking Mega Man?
Sam, can you see anything?
What are you snickering about here?
But I kind of want to make a Bubsy game with like the moveset and prove that Bubsy could have been a great game.
Yeah, in the past 15 years, not counting mobile-only titles. Also, thanks for the sub. Oh, you gifted a sub to Kier. Awesome.
You can get
thanks,
big
Ionic
thank
X.
you.
But yeah, in the past 15 years, there has been one Mega Man game that is not a gacha title or a mobile game. And in the past 15 years, there have been 2 original Bubsy games released.
Yeah, I kind of would love to make a game with Bubsy's moveset. And include the puns as well, you know?
Yeah, there's also more Ace Attorney than Mega Man. There is one thing Mega Man's leading both of them in, and that's the amount of canceled games. Like, I wish Proto Dude would be honest, not to be confused with Proto Rage. Proto Dude is, like, the #1 source for Mega Man news on the internet, due to him having some inside connections with Capcom. I wish he would be upfront and honest about the fact that Rockman Tyson or Mega Man Match or whatever it was supposed to be called is totally canceled. It's not coming out. Be honest.
Edgeworth. When I hear that name, oh, my mind goes in the gutter.
What was that? It was a game that was leaked as part of Capcom's lineup that was supposed to come out in, like, 2019, 2020, but got thrown off production due to COVID, and then in between the time that it was leaked and never officially announced by Capcom and never officially acknowledged by Capcom to this day, the producer for the Mega Man series who was responsible for getting 11 made left Capcom, so there's even less chance of it happening now.
They're here.
We don't know what it was supposed to be other than it was the biggest budget Mega Man game ever. And that it was supposed to sell millions of copies and please all the fans of every Mega Man franchise. But that's all we ever heard about it. Mega Man's the new Rayman at this point? Nah, not true. Rayman at least was in a good animated series in the past 15 years. Mega Man doesn't even have that. All he has is fully charged. And yeah, he's old as fuck now because he got hit by the time fall. And you know how I said that bodies kind of cause a big boom when they go through necrosis?
Oh, shit.
They also attract those invisible monsters called BTs.
Yeah, Mike.
Mega Man is going to be in that anthology game series on Amazon that, you're talking about that Funko game, right? Because, yeah, that was just announced. Or him being in it was just announced. Or, like, TTs. Trust me, you don't want, BT TTs.
Gonna eat him?
The only way to avoid being consumed by a BT is to die.
I like their meat crack.
Also, the whole reason that the BTs are attacking is that the only way to the incinerator, to get to the incinerator to incinerate the body before it went necro was through BT territory. The Level Up anthology series that comes out next month. Never heard of that. That's how little news there's been about Mega Man lately, as far as news stuff. Oh, he missed. Hey, you missed, pal.
Go hit the side of a space bar.
It was at the opening night of Gamescom. You see, you're assuming that I watch Gamescom coverage. You assume that I watch anything that's covered by Jeff Keighley. Yeah, there's an example of a BT for you.
Oh shit! It's like a fucking kaiju.
So, it's a human-sized fetus with a umbilical cord.
Look at them legs. You don't want to fuck that. Trust me, Dash Cat.
Dash Cat, we got some giant people at home.
I mean, I understand. There are some giant characters that I do find attractive. That's not one of them.
Same here. Like, one of them is the obnoxious giant chick in My Hero.
I was gonna say the giant cave woman from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, so you would actually want to fuck?
I would find a way.
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Kier, with Mount Lady.
Yeah. The question.
Well,
is,
Mount Lady can change sizes.
Yes,
That's fair.
but don't forget, you're talking to a shapeshifter.
That's true.
I got some. Skills.
And yes, we're going to be seeing a lot of Norman Reedus ass in this game.
Oh, jeez. Ew.
Why is the camera going low higher? It needs to go lower. Stop.
I'm pretty sure Kojima wanted it to go lower, but the ESRB said no. That's usually how it goes for him.
Damn it, USRB, fuck them.
That's a lot of fish.
Mine.
Mine.
Also, a lot of dead whales.
Ah, boy.
That's just a normal day in America.
That's Stranding.
Yep, all of this was just the prologue.
Well, tell London Bridge to stop falling down.
My fair lady.
God, I'm so tempted to do the Cat Icarus thing. Fuck it.
Oh.
Mr. President, a second plane has hit London Bridge.
More like Mr. Prime Minister.
Come on, Boris, I think his name was.
Yeah.
No, Boris Johnson hasn't been Prime Minister for a while.
Yeah, but he's the only one that either of us remember. I don't even know who the current Prime Minister is.
I can't remember his name, mostly because I don't follow British politics.
All I remember was some lady and then now some guy.
I just know that he's like intent on literally turning the UK into Turf Island. So this is how respawning when you die works. And there is an in-lore reason for why you can come back from the dead. It's not just extra lives. It's that, Norman Reedus' character, Sam Porter Bridges, is what's called a repatriate, which means he can come back from the dead as long as his soul can find his body.
Can you hear me? Steady.
Yep, there was Mads Mikkelsen.
you. And then we have the opposite of war. So it crater sized this area, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it literally did.
Yo!
Once there was an explosion.
That's like,
A bang.
how
gave rise-
big is
Also,
that?
You know it.
the handprint in it.
And then
Oh boy.
came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't cremate a body in this game.
So,
I wasn't exaggerating when I say it turns places into craters.
dude, how big is that? In terms of city?
Here's the thing. That was a city.
Wait, we didn't get that far?
Nope.
Wait, we didn't get that far?
Nope.
Told ya.
It looks like... Dude, it looked like you were driving
It didn't
for 20 minutes.
it didn't just take out the field, it took out the nearby city.
Oh, you're awake.
That's just the size of a state then. Like Delaware.
Be back in the world of the living.
Hi, Guillermo del Toro.
I'm a doctor. Well, a coroner, originally. Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead. Not like you.
But
of
we know
course.
he's gonna die.
Whatever your name, I've never actually died.
I told you the names are just gonna keep being like this.
But I can assure
His
you,
name's a red flag.
See?
His name is Dead Man because he's a coroner. He works with the dead.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting.
The one that just basically exploded 3 cities, a state, and took out the ice cream parlor we like in that corner.
Oh, us.
Yep. Bridges. Humanity's best hope for the future. Or avoiding extinction, if you prefer.
Right. Where am I? What time is it?
Watch me. Try pressing it against your skin, like this. Relax. That just means your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look,
It's a literal cufflink, guys.
the cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell?
He's working with Kojima for the second game, right? Or was it the game? Yes, he is working with Kojima on Death Stranding 2 as well.
Fluid samples from
And so is Norman Reedus and Mads
you're a
Mikkelsen.
repatriate. That makes
And so is the fucking director of Mad Max. Like, the director
What?
of Mad Max is going to be a character in Death Stranding 2.
in the
Why does he be like the leader of like a gang or something?
I
Like
mean, he
his
looks to be some
freaking-
sort of military man. Also, Metal Gear Solid font in the background
The
for
only
Game
ones
Over.
to get it continue were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redefort, every soul in Central Knot City. We're at our base.
What the fuck is the budget of Death Stranding 2?
Or should I
As
say,
much as Sony will give Kojima.
Yes.
Kojima has a long working relationship with Sony, making stuff that really, you know, pushes the power of their hardware and gets great reviews, so of course they're gonna give him as much money as he wants.
Here, are a mess.
And to think this still isn't one of the most this game right here is still not one of the most expensive games ever made.
Remains intact.
Mm-hmm.
Also, slight disappointment for the director's cut version,
I have a job.
or the PC version in general, is they had to remove some of the real-world branding from this game. You see those cans of energy drinks on the table?
Bang, I'm guessing.
In the director's cut version, they're just like a generic, you know, in-universe brand, but in the PS4 version, they were Monster Energy.
Oh.
No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you.
70% of the PC mods are monsters. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, hi, Harvey. Welcome to the stream.
So,
How's it going?
the job is an urgent delivery.
Isn't Star something? Technically, Star Citizen is the most expensive game ever made, but it hasn't come out yet, so I don't count it.
America's gone.
I think GTA 5 is in the top 5 at least.
GTA 5 is in the top 5 highest selling, but it's not in the top 5 most expensive. Like, most expensive in terms of development costs and also factoring in marketing costs. If I remember correctly, it's one of the Call of Duty games, like Modern Warfare 2, if I remember correctly.
Look, Sam.
Because you also have, whenever you talk about game budgets, you also have to factor in how much money they spent on marketing the game.
Because I'm not really
Just like with movies.
Apologies. This is just a chiralgram.
Like, technically, the most expensive game ever made is Star Citizen, but that's still nowhere close to being out yet.
Reaction to the chiral transmission.
What would be? Let
Over
me
the
see.
isolation word in the big triangle building.
I know for a time, it was Final Fantasy VII. And then for a time after that, it was Shenmue.
Contract with Sam Porter.
Come on. You got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no?
I'm not finding good info.
Yeah, because it's not often that game companies share the actual numbers for the budgets of their
Very
games.
good.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the isolation
Not
ward.
counting
I saw,
Star Citizen, the most expensive game is Star Wars The Old Republic. That makes sense, since MMOs tend to be more expensive than almost any other genre of game.
Mm-hmm. The goal also, I think, was 265 million. I think, with marketing and budget.
Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Okay, so all we have to do is walk down the street to deliver some morphine to the president.
You're morphing, Mr. President.
Sam Porter Bridges.
Because the president is on her deathbed in the late stages of cancer, and she really wants to see Sam.
Check
I'll
the
be
map
right
on your
back.
cufflinks if you're lost, Sam. The isolation word.
You'll link the article, it was from last month? Okay.
If you're not sure how to get there, you can set markers and draw routes too. Try it out and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, this is a cool thing that this game does, is you can plot your own routes throughout the map. And the way it works is not just like a... you know, click on the waypoint and go there. It's like, you can set multiple waypoints and link them together, and it'll show up as like a dotted line on the game's, on your heads-up display to guide you where to go. Like, if I do it like that, I just set a... See, I just plot a route. Very simple one, but you can get a lot more crazy with it as the game progresses. And it becomes important to plot where your routes go, because you want to avoid as much dangerous terrain and dangerous areas as you can.
Fair.
Sam, if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass. It'll never steer you wrong. Provided you have a destination, that is.
Okay, the information I got was wrong. I thought GTA was going to be number 5. I was wrong. It's the 6. So the information I got said it was 150 million for the
Well, it also depends on whether you're talking about the budget of the initial release or the budget spread across multiple updated re-releases.
That's good.
That's why a lot of these numbers, that's why a lot of these things about, biggest video game budgets ever can tend to be pretty shaky and you get a lot of different answers because different metrics are reported in different ways. And also the fact that, publishers don't like to share how expensive their games are.
Yeah, not only that, as you really think about it, 137 to about 150 is in a ballpark of being.
It's in the ballpark of what it would probably be, but also that is your average AAA game budget nowadays.
Yeah. Money that we could have 30 generations.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is only number 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Actually, if you want to talk about the most expensive game ever made for the time that it was in, E.T. for the Atari 2600, because just getting the rights to E.T. cost $20 million in 1983. But of course, a lot of these articles don't adjust for inflation. Just like how a lot of lists of highest earning movies ever don't adjust for inflation.
Like I said, our vital signs are all
How much you said it was? 20 million?
20 million just for the license, not development costs.
Sam, it's me, Dead Man.
A real dead man?
Yes, this is the real Dead Man.
My mistake.
See, I like Dead Man. He's respectful of the fact that Sam doesn't want to be touched. Everyone else is trying to lay a hand on him, but Dead Man's like, oh yeah, you have a phobia. I will try to remember that.
Thank you.
And try to respect you.
This will help to ease the pain.
Yeah.
So I found the amount. 20 million in 1983 is equivalent in purchasing power to 68,160,642.57.
What the fuck even is Star Citizen? I'm going to say a spicy take here. It's a very common take, but it's one that a lot of people are afraid to say because Star Citizen's known to have a very rabid cultish fan base who attack people who say shit about it online. It's a scam, that's what it is. It's a game that's going to it's like Yandere Simulator. Why release it when you can just keep crowdfunding for it?
It's gonna come out when GTA 7 comes out.
It's gonna come out the same day as Half-Life Episode 3. Technically, it's like a spaceship flight sim from the creator of the classic PC game series Wing Commander, but it's still crowdfunding about a decade after its crowdfunding was supposed to end. And it's in not even early access at this point. It's the way they're crowdfunding is you can plop down several $1,000s for resource and ship packs for a game that's not out.
Yeah.
It's the worst kind of pre-ordering, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like pre-ordering for a game that you don't know if it's ever going to release.
To my
but they still take your money up front instead of charging you when it comes out.
Director of Bridges.
To my understanding, it's supposed to be like No Man's Sky meets
It's supposed to be like No Man's Sky, but way more ambitious. Which, given how No Man's Sky turned out, is kind of shooting for the moon.
It's a combination of that, but not just that. What was that other game?
Oh, it's Black Mask.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years?
Give me a minute.
It's not Black Mask. His name is Die Hardman.
Freaks meeting like this. Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting.
Yes, thank you. Starfield. That was the other game.
Yeah, it's like conceptually, it's like a mix of No Man's Sky and Starfield, but it was announced and had its initial crowdfunding before either of those were announced.
Yeah, we at least got Starfield at least.
Starfield at least didn't ask the community to fund it.
We brought Sam.
I just have another one. Game Freak could make a Pokemon game to make everybody happy.
We'll leave you two alone.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this outright about the scene that's going on now. The president is not just the president, she's Sam's mom.
I thought so.
His estranged mother, who he hasn't seen in years.
Are you doing all right?
Literally, mommy.
Yeah, I know you hate me.
Yes, Bridget Strand is her name.
Amelie.
Amelie.
You remember Amelie went west. Took her 3 years to cross. She's trying to rebuild the country.
Still going on about that, huh?
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out. Help Amelie. She needs you. Together, you can help us reconnect.
And just to provide a little bit of extra, clarification, Amelie was the woman we saw in that, like, kind of, I guess you could call it a dream sequence where Sam was on the beach and there was a girl singing London Bridge. That was Amelie.
Oh, that was her. Okay.
America's finished. Bridget, you're the president of Jack shit.
Is it me or does the lip sync look weird on Mommy Ritas? I mean, facial capture lip sync is never going to be perfect.
Dude, what the hell? I get you have a... Ugh.
Please.
Maybe he's got a phobia still.
So you are willing to help me?
No,
Okay, I take that back.
I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Madam President! Oh, no.
Why did that dude look like a flash?
Doctor, we need your help.
Dies of cringe.
The guy in the red, I just immediately saw the flash.
She's not responding.
I mean, to be honest, a Flash movie starring Guillermo del Toro would be better than the one we got.
Yeah.
Sure, he's not, the ideal body type for the Flash, but he would still be better than Ezra Miller.
Time of death?
Yeah, if there's one thing I have to question about the Flash movie that doesn't have to do with why wasn't it canceled, it's who decided that what an Ezra Miller Flash movie needed was 2 Ezra Millers.
Yeah, no. Like, in my personal opinion, I have yet to actually bother to watch The Flash. It's on
You shouldn't.
Netflix,
There's no reason to watch it. It's shameless pandering.
The only
And not even the good kind.
only thing from that movie.
I could go for some pizza and some pasta.
The only thing from that movie that I actually care about is the girl that they cast as Supergirl. That is it. And I can easily just find those damn clips on YouTube.
Bridges is finished. Now, what happened here does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes.
I mean, it's also got Michael Keaton as Batman, but they waste him entirely.
Yeah, he does not care at all in that film. You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell he didn't care.
Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you.
What are you talking about?
As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me?
Just watch the first 4 seasons of the TV show and stop there. Yeah, I've heard that, like, everyone who saw the Flash movie just wishes that instead of Ezra Miller, it starred the person who played the Flash on the TV show instead, because that person's more likable.
Body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if
Not
we
just
don't,
as a
this
character,
place
but
will
as a
turn into
person.
crater.
What do you want me to do?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with are dead. But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out. Now, the only way there is on foot, through the mountains. But the chiral density there is off the chart. It's gotta be BTs.
This job has requirements. Tombs. Repatriate.
So me. Why?
Sam, you're already on the clock.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges. Exactly. He's like Splat Tim. He does it.
Isolation ward. Underground entrance.
So you see how, since this is a corpse disposal mission, he has to wear the corpse disposal suit now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Played it before? I've played, like, the opening couple chapters, but beyond that, I haven't really played it. I've had this game for a while, it's just, I've gotten sidetracked with so many other games in the meantime.
To bring the nation together again. And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
Without her, Bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it, America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
He just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, what?
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and rebuild America as she
Is there no vice president? I mean, America as a country doesn't as a unified country doesn't exist anymore in this game, due to an event called the Death Stranding, which was like the apocalyptic event that caused this post-apocalypse. All of the remaining cities of America have no way of contacting each other, so effectively there is no country.
Now, what I'm actually curious about is what's What's Die Hardman's story? Why is he wearing
I
that black
don't
mask?
know. I haven't gotten that far.
Oh, so they haven't explained it yet. Okay.
But like her last wish before her death was for Sam to like establish connections between all of the remaining cities to form a new America, basically. Except this time, instead of the United States of America, because there's not enough cities left to form states, it would be the United Cities of America, they call it. Kind of surprised there's a president still around. I mean, it's a post-apocalyptic setting, but it's only a few years after the apocalyptic event happened. So, like, that's why they referred to her as the last president of America. Because she was president before the apocalypse.
Wow. So it happened on her watch.
Yes. Hi, Death. Not often do I get to say hi, Death, but I need to get used to saying it if you're gonna keep popping by my streams.
Getting to the incinerator will be anything but easy. Move around and
Here, are you okay over there?
to gain a better understanding of the terrain. See if you can't pick a path to your destination. For this order, we've provided you with a number of suggested routes as well. Ultimately, though, it's up to you to decide how you want to proceed.
Okay, so this is where an example of like how route planning becomes very important in Death Stranding, from my gameplay experience at least. We've got multiple routes we can take that all have varying levels of difficulty, but also, like, the more difficult the route is, the shorter it is. The easiest route is to go, is to basically, you know, cut around a long way around the mountains that has the flattest land. More difficult is to go the riverside. It's got more steep areas, but shorter. And then it splits off into the waterfall route, which is a bit easier to traverse. Or we can go the shortest route, which is the mountain route, that has a lot of rugged terrain. So what I like to do for this is, well, first of all, I like to plan my route, like, as it goes along the map. So I don't, like, have, lines leading me to places that don't exist. We'll go the waterfall route. Because that'll be a bit shorter than the flat route, but also give us some cool scenery. Because a lot of this game is just walking to your destination.
Yep.
Like, you get vehicles later on, to my understanding, but the core mechanic of this game is just walking. It is you could classify it as a walking simulator, but, I feel that's not accurate, because walking simulators are usually, like, you know, basically a guided tour of an area where there's no real, like, interaction or mechanics other than just seeing the story play out. Whereas this, it feels more like simulating going on a hike. And, just seeing the sights. Like, yeah, you're trying to make deliveries and you're trying to survive, but it really gives you that feeling of, like, going out and just going trekking through the wilderness. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yes, I am.
I tell you, we're going the wrong way. We're holding miles from the incinerator. Besides, anyone with a brain...
Also, when you're carrying bodies like this, they tend to shift over a lot, and you have to keep your balance. So there's more stuff than just walking. You have to make sure you don't fall over. Because if you fall over, not only does that slow you down, it damages your cargo.
Good night.
And the way you keep your balance is through the left and right triggers. Or, since I'm playing this with a PlayStation 5 controller, the L2 and R2 buttons. And since I'm playing this with a PlayStation 5 controller, it has the adaptive trigger settings in the PC version. So there's a little bit of resistance when you press the triggers to make it feel more realistic, like you're trying to maintain your balance. I like the adaptive trigger settings that PS5 controllers have. It's a cool mechanic, especially for shooters. It makes it feel like you're pulling a trigger.
Believed in her. We believe that this country can be rebuilt. America lives on, together with Bridget's undying spirit.
You know what I really should do for Death Stranding streams is set up, like, a Death Stranding playlist just for the sequences where we're walking that don't involve the, like, official soundtrack for the game, so I can have something to replace it with on the VOD. Since I record the game audio to a separate track for editing.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you see this watchtower here?
Yeah.
As you go through the world, you'll find structures that... It starts out with just structures that NPCs have built. But as you start connecting the world together, you start finding structures that other players have built and left around the world to help each other progress. Sort of like Dark Souls, where they would leave messages for each other.
And I think Elden Ring does that too.
Yeah, just FromSoft games in general.
Yeah.
So this one was built by an NPC. And watchtowers are used for, being able to survey your surroundings. There's other structures you can build too, and you can leave likes for them, which boosts the ranks of the players that made them.
Nice.
So there's like, it's not a multiplayer game, but there is an online component and like a persistent world, sort of. Yeah, of course there's people that are like, oh, I'm going to put up a roadblock just to fuck with people. But, it's not literally everything that every player's ever built that shows up, to my understanding. It's just sort of, like, randomized a bit, depending on, like, what players have stuff happens to spawn in your world. So you could get lucky, or you could find stuff being kind of fucked up.
First of March, it's clear to me there's something that's uncomforting. Your body has a way with me.
And if you're wondering why I'm collecting these bugs, they are your most readily available source of health restorative items. In this game, it's not called health, it's called blood. And eating these bugs restores your blood.
Oh, okay. I still ain't eaten bugs ever in my life. That's disgusting.
Self-culture, it is a delicacy. Just
I
not
get,
for me.
Yeah, I get that too. It's like my mom did that to me once, where she made oatmeal and it had like bug larvae in it because it had sprouted, and she ate it no problem. But she expected me to eat it and didn't bother telling me that it was there until I actually started looking at it.
If you want to see something absolutely horrific, look at the video that Ashen's made with his friend Dan, where they eat some canned and bagged insects and arachnids. Is one of the most disgusting food-related videos that Ashen's has ever made.
as it should be.
Like, right up there with the whole chicken in a can, probably, in terms of disgusting food videos that Ashens has made.
I remember
I'm back.
that
You burn your
one.
mom yet? Not yet. We just set out to burn my mom. And yeah, there's a ladder that we can use as a bridge, but we're not gonna do that here. Where are we? Yeah, we are. And the stuff you leave behind can be found in other players' worlds as well. And any cargo that other players drop can spawn in your world. And then you can complete their deliveries for them or take it to a post box to be sent back to them.
Ugh.
Hurry up, that bitch gonna blow up. See, the reason the guy before was so close to... The reason the guy before exploded so quickly is because he had been dead for a bit. Thankfully, there's not an in-game time limit for how long you have to get her to the incinerator. Otherwise, this would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping on, Sammy boy.
I also like
I just
the
imagine-
touch that... I like the touch that Sam talks to himself every now and then while on these lonely treks. There's also a button dedicated to just calling out to people. That's not it. I've been playing this with a Xbox controller, so I'm trying to remember the controls for it. I think it's this. Nope. I did before by accident. You think there's a time limit for other bodies? Yeah, that would make sense. That would make sense. But since this is still kinda in tutorial stuff, it makes sense why this one wouldn't have a time limit.
Today's a good day.
You can hear the BB whining, "What brat." What's annoying on if you're playing this with a PlayStation controller is by default the BB's voice comes out of the controller speaker, and I hate when anything comes out of a PlayStation controller speaker because the only console that has a speaker in the controller where I like the stuff coming out of the speaker in the controller is the Wii, because it's usually used in an immersive way and not in a distracting way.
Yeah.
Like in No More Heroes on the Wii, Sylvia's phone calls come through the Wii controller's speaker, so you're supposed to hold it up to your ear like it's an actual phone.
Pardon my yawning. It's been a long day.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think we yawned at the same time.
Yeah.
Just a bit further now.
Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
You like hearing stuff from the controller, but if a kid, he'll probably get annoyed fast. Yeah, hearing a baby's whining coming from a controller would get old very quickly for me too. That's why I have it coming through like the game audio itself instead of the controller speaker. And also because I'm wearing noise-canceling headphones, so I wouldn't be able to hear it coming from the controller speaker.
That's fair.
Well, I would. I still have some spatial awareness of sound, but it would be harder to hear. Because the BB is supposed to, its whining noises are actually like a mechanic. It helps you detect when there's BTs nearby. Because you do have to go through BT territory sometimes.
Yeah. That follows.
Sorry, my hatred for children is really showing in this stream. I mean, I've seen worse. I knew someone who dated a person that hated children so much that he just outright said, like, if you get pregnant, I'm kicking you down the stairs.
Oh, geez.
Which, you know, not something that you should ever say to your romantic partner.
Yeah, no.
And I also dated someone who hated children, not just in terms of, like, I don't like putting up with their bullshit, but, like, they disgust me kind of way. Like, violent hatred for children, basically. And I'm like, that should have been a red flag.
Yeah. Yep. You know, my ex, she was always like, she wasn't really sure she wanted to have kids of her own.
Like, it's one thing to not want to have kids. It's another thing to, like, have a hatred for other people's children that haven't done anything wrong. Like, it's it's okay to be like, I don't like being around kids. I don't like being around kids. I blame a theater production I was in that was mostly kids for ruining my ability to be around kids without feeling some sense of annoyance. But I don't make it my personality.
Yeah.
And I don't view it as like all kids are terrible.
I mean, you know, that's the thing. It's like, I think a lot of kids these days, not all, but a lot of kids these days are terrible. Just because their parents don't bother to, you know, teach them anything.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm turning into one of those. Yeah.
All right, time to burn my mother.
Delivery terminal. Cremate.
I just imagine someone roasting, you know, Joe and shit.
But yeah, no, I'm serious about, like, a lot of kids these on my block. Like over at the edge, there's a bunch of these kids who just leave their shit either on the boulevard or on the sidewalk. And their parents either their parents don't bother to clean it up for them if they're too young to do it themselves, or they but they don't even let, you know, have their kids. It's like, you know, you cannot come in until you clean up your mess. Bring your stuff inside. They don't do that. They just leave it right on the sidewalk where everybody's going to be able to come by and snatch it.
This has been JKR's TED Talk about why kids are little shits.
Yeah.
And their parents.
Yeah. Like, I've got no problem against, I got nothing against kids. I just wish that some kids would actually pick up after themselves like I had to learn when I was their age.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sonny. Also, is anyone else craving a burrito?
I'm always craving burritos.
I'm craving some Hot Pockets, but I don't have any Hot Pockets. Not Hot Pockets, pizza rolls. Totino's, hot pizza rolls.
The reason I said that is because the burning of the president's, you know, the mom, it made me think of a burrito in the oven.
Are you insane here?
Yes. Do you have to ask?
It's all in Igor's logs.
Sometimes I wonder.
Now they also want us to burn the baby.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
Yeah, they want us to burn the baby because it's defective.
Then burn the baby.
They literally said, burn baby burn. But Sam, because he's a nice guy, is not going to do that. He believes in this baby. Also, because this is fucking BT territory, and there's timefall going on.
Sam, do you copy? Damn it, must have lost you in the blackout. Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to the incinerator in time. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
BT, more like PT. I mean, this game has PT to thank for it existing, so...
Before they realize
yeah.
I'm here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come.
Also, now that I have a modded PS4, I can totally stream PT sometime.
PT? More like PT. PT? More like ET. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective.
It's getting this baby to do what it's supposed to do is like trying to start a lawnmower, basically.
That's it. Do your thing.
POV Mads Mikkelsen is your son. No, you're looking at it as the baby looking at Mads Mikkelsen. So it's POV Mads Mikkelsen is your dad.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so this is where stealth comes in, which, it wouldn't be a Hideo Kojima game without stealth mechanics.
Sam, we're sending you some suggested routes back to the city. Pick one or don't. Just get the hell out.
Motion? What for? Okay, we got the evasion route. We've got straight through the BTs. Yeah, another straight through the BTs route. That's flat. That's shortest. I'm very bad at evading BTs, so we are going to go the evasion route.
You might be right.
Then through the waterfall. Yeah, just connect back there, and then we can follow all the way back. All right. Isn't the stealth in this game kind of poopy? It takes some getting used to, because it works way differently than something like Metal Gear Solid. Like, you have to hold your breath whenever BTs are nearby, because they locate their prey based on sound and breathing.
Is it possible to kill one of them?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Ah, shit, they got me. Come on, shake them off. Shake them off. Ah!
Ah, venom.
Shark?
No, a whale.
Wait. Whale of a tail.
I don't see no whale tails anywhere, and I don't want to see that thing in a whale tail. Sacrifice the child. I wish we could. I read that sacrifice the child the same way as Nappa says stab the baby. Either stab the baby or we're gonna have to cancel your 6 o'clock. A whale that's worse than a shark? It depends on what kind of whale.
True.
Like, technically, Shy Lily is a whale, since she's an orca.
Yeah. And
or cat, technically, but orca.
And orcas are technically killer whales.
I mean, yes, they are technically killer whales, because killer whale is another word for an orca.
I know.
Time to drink my Monster Energy. Yes, you keep a canteen filled with Monster Energy. Which, you know, that would not be my recommendation for keeping hydrated on a long trek.
Yeah. No. Just no.
I mean, it's like it makes me think of Idiocracy, where they use Brondo the Thirst Mutilator for everything, including watering plants. Because the advertisement says it has electrolytes, which is what plants crave. Which, no, plants do not crave electrolytes. That kills them.
Whoever thought that was an idiot.
Well, I mean,
they must have failed 2nd grade science.
The movie is called Idiocracy for a reason.
I know, but still. I'll be back. My throat is parched and I'm out of water. I've just got ice.
Okay, go lubricate your throat and then come back.
I will. What is so funny, Kier? Seriously, tell me, what the fuck is so funny?
Which, by the way, even Monster Energy doesn't even have electrolytes in it, so it's not even, you know, refreshing in that way. It's just caffeine, guarana, ginseng, but mostly caffeine. JKR said that like it's a threat.
My God, the shotgun!
Ah, yes, drown out the copyrighted music with more copyrighted music. Brilliant plan, guys. That's the way that you don't get copyright claimed. You put so much copyrighted stuff in your videos, like the Jimquisition does, that the Content ID has to fight with itself about who gets to claim the video. That's literally the strategy that Stephanie Sterling uses to fight YouTube's bullshit Content ID system. I mean, we saw someone bust earlier, but in a completely different way.
Are you trying to murder me, sir?
I'll say, fuck.
That guy from, that corpse from the beginning, it didn't just bust a nut, it busted everything. It busted the entire city.
It wanted to smash Earth Chan.
I mean, it did sink into the ground, so... My poor ears. Yes, having to listen to just our fuckery must be the worst thing. Just taking the piss out of what's supposed to be like a very serious game, which I do like this game from what I've played of it, and I intensely respect the storytelling ability of Hideo Kojima. But like his games are also intentionally goofy in a lot of ways, and I feel like it would be wrong not to have a kind of tongue-in-cheek tone to playing his stuff.
There's a whole.
But also, you know, acknowledging the seriousness of serious moments as they happen.
Clear.
Yeah.
All clear. Welcome.
So here,
And Earth Chan is part of like this whole meme, like Earth, you know, Earth Chan is not flat. All this.
Yeah, Earth Chan is not flat. She is very round. And then there's Black Hole Chan.
Oh, Black Hole Chan. Mm-hmm.
And Moon Chan is an orbiter. It was this meme back during like the mid 2010s about like an anime girl version of Earth and an anime girl version of a black hole and an anime girl version of the moon. Like the Earth is not flat, so it's like Earth Chan insisting that she's not flat-chested.
It's a miracle either of you made it back. When someone with dooms hooks up to a BB, your feelings and memories cause feedback, like with a speaker. It amplifies fears and stress, and runs the risk of taking you to a place from which you will not return. I'm sorry, but this BB has been pushed beyond its limits. Disposal is the only option.
I have seen femboy versions of the characters too.
Cleaned up and come to the president's office.
Not as common, but there's this there.
Also, I think I know what the place you cannot return from that they're referring to is. The Walmart checkout line.
I thought it was going to be either IKEA or Target.
The Walmart checkout line, you'll be stuck in the line the whole time because they don't assign enough cashiers.
Oh my god, you should have seen how bad it was. A couple at Target. Oh my god. It took 10 minutes, 20 minutes just for a card. For me to get that.
There you go, Dash Cat.
I mean, it's not wrong to say, it's not inaccurate to say that the BB is ugly. I'm of the opinion that the only reason that parents say that their baby is the cutest is because they're biased, because when you think about it, oh, look at the little heart-shaped bubble. There I go, destroying my own point. But like, all newborn babies are ugly to some degree.
Yeah.
Like, they get cuter as they grow up and take on, like, more noticeably human appearances. I say that as if babies are shapeshifters. They're not like puppies where they're not like puppies or kittens where they're adorable from the moment they're born. Babies, when they're born, are some ugly little wrinkly things that cry and shit everywhere. I should know. I have a sister who was a baby once.
I think we're killing Kier.
You want to see a baby that looks like an alien? Look at the CGI baby from the last Twilight movie.
Oh,
like
good.
They didn't get a real baby to play the baby. They CGI'd a baby that was like a face morph before face morph technology existed and was good. Between fucking Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, and it looks hideous.
Bro, it looks like it belongs in that Tom Cruise Christmas movie. The Polar Express. Is that Tom Cruise? Wait, was that
Tom Cruise Christmas movie? I don't think he's ever done a Christmas movie.
Sam.
I'm thinking Polar Express. I cannot remember the actor's name.
That was Tom Hanks.
Thank you, Tom Hanks.
Shower is in order.
This looks like that kind of baby CGI. It looks dated as hell.
What the hell are you talking about? She's dead.
Well, that's the wrong. That's the wrong.
Is this about BB-28?
Tom Hanks and Tom
God.
Cruise are two people you don't want to get mixed up.
In any event, it seems it owes you its life.
No.
We stand Tom Hanks. We do not stand Tom Cruise.
As you say, I shall look after it.
So the picture was from a different one. Ooh.
But yeah, if you want to see an ugly baby, an ugly digital baby, look up the baby from the last Twilight movie.
I'd rather look at a PS1 baby. It's more accurate.
I mean, what's uglier? The CGI baby from the last Twilight movie or PS1 Hagrid?
That's her.
PS1 Hagrid is a thing of beauty.
PS1 Hagrid is a masterpiece of shitty PS1 models, and I will stand by it. It is uniquely terrible in a way that must be seen to be believed.
But yeah, going back to the whole Earth Chan.
Your answer, I forgot about the Ice Age baby. Oh god, that thing was ugly.
I forgot about that thing. Yes. As I was saying, there apparently within the height of the Earth Chan meme going around, there was a I think this was like 2019 when the polar vortex hit. So there was like a polar vortex Chan, and they were tracking her thickness.
Yeah,
there's a private room set aside for your use. Bridges perk. Take a moment to click.
He didn't even wash the gunk off him before going to sleep.
He must have been that tired.
Objective: take a shower.
But I want
Literally, that's what we have to do to progress the story. You know, I said we're going to be seeing a lot of Norman Reedus in this game.
Yeah, rather not.
Have a good night, Dash Cat.
See you, Dash Cat. You want to see the ass cheeks?
What if I told you that making him piss is also an important gameplay mechanic?
No. Except for taking a shower and going to the toilet, that is.
Also, the toilet is in the shower, which I feel is not very sanitary.
You were getting yourself cleaned up. Good. Come to the
It's
president's
not.
office as soon as you're done. She's waiting for you.
Oh, Dash Cat is such a riot.
Yep, that's why Dash Cat's my favorite femboy.
You did well, Sam. Thank you. Bridget may no longer be with us, but her legacy has a chance to live on. Sam, listen to me. America, Reconstructionism. Her dream isn't dead.
I don't want to hear it.
This is the face of our new hope. Our new America.
There she is. The Amelie we've been hearing so much about.
Amelie.
My mother may be gone, but I'm here. And you, Sam, you're here too.
Been 10 years since you saw each other, right? And in all that time, she hasn't aged a day.
He knows why. My body's still on the beach. I don't get to grow older. But you do, Sam. You look good.
So you're serious then about reconnecting everyone and everything?
Someone has to succeed Bridget, Sam. More importantly, someone has to carry on her legacy and see our country rebuilt. Samantha America Strand, our new president. A new beginning for our people, for our nation. Under Emily's leadership, we'll re-establish the UCA, the United Cities of America. This is how we'll rebuild our country. But we'll need your help to do it, Sam.
No, I'm through with this. I said my goodbyes to all of you when I said them to Bridget.
We never forgot about you, Sam. You ran away. You cut us off.
Oh, jeez.
Emily put together an expedition. The best of Bridges won. And went west.
Okay, there's a detail I like for the models that they use in this cutscene.
I kept them safe.
Or at least the models in the hologram. They're those green army man toys.
Saw him coming a mile.
Yeah.
We convinced community after community to join the UCA, and we left behind our own people to help them. It took us 3 years, but we managed to make it all the way to Edgenot City.
All the way to the Pacific. Jesus.
Yeah. But then everything went to hell. The team was wiped out, and Emily was taken.
Taken?
I'm not being kept in a cell or anything like that. I'm allowed to use their facilities and to speak with you whenever I want. I just can't leave the city.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edgenot City. Well, that's what our keepers are saying, at least. They want the UCA to leave him be. Emily's their insurance policy in case we don't.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons. Militant separatist group.
Dude, you can't just call gay people homo demons.
Bunch of terrorists who go around towns killing people.
Sorry, that I had to say that. It's an obvious joke. I'd feel bad if I didn't make that joke.
You think the suicide that took out Central Knob was one of theirs?
Could be. There are extremists like the demons everywhere, plotting in the shadows. They're decentralized by nature. No one organization to rule them all. Just a common ideology.
I know not everyone shares our vision for the future. If we Americans don't come together again, humanity won't survive. I carried my mother's message to people all across the country. But not everyone was willing to accept it.
More than a few would rather stay isolated. Keep to themselves. Go it alone. Like you, Sam. They think that America can only be rebuilt by force, by men who tell them what to do, who take away their freedom and put them in shackles.
What'd you put on me, huh? You know better than the demons. Just another kind of cult.
They're not shackles, Sam. They're a symbol of our bonds.
Yes, Sam, they're like the smiley face that Taya drew on everyone's hands in the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! A symbol of our undying bond of friendship.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish.
And then you look at the thing that she actually drew, it's like, oh, it's just a fucking smiley face.
Setting up chiral network terminals. But these terminals are still isolated. We need you to bring them online.
Okay, so like,
And for that,
really based of Hideo Kojima to realize that the key to connecting everyone together in a unified world and happiness is to give everyone internet access.
take the Cupid west,
Yeah.
and reconnect the people of our great nation.
Because that's basically what we're doing. We're just connecting everyone to the chiral network, which is basically the internet.
Meh.
After that, I'll take over the presidency and carry on Mother's work to
But
save.
which Windows is it working on?
This was Bridget's dying wish. This is how we'll move forward.
I mean, this is a Sony game, so we know it's not running on Nintendo's fucking Windows 98 ass servers.
I'm Sam Porter Bridges now. I'm not a Strand. Hell, I'm not even part of this outfit. You all saw to that. I'm not getting involved with you or anyone else ever again.
Wait!
I've heard of if you want to leave, you'll have to go through me, but I didn't think that there would ever be a better time to use that.
Hold on. Stop. Listen to me. America needs you. Both of you.
Yeah, covering the world in cable didn't bring an end to war and suffering. Don't act surprised when it all comes apart if you try to do it again. Round and round it goes. Connect, reconnect, it's not that simple.
All right, Sam. Just take it easy. I get it. You don't have to commit to anything now. Why not get some rest?
Good idea. We all need our sleep. Leave it too long and you're liable to reconnect with the other side. The necessary maintenance has been completed. Various adjustments and fine-tuning for your benefit. You can use it again.
Turns out the problem with this baby is that its firmware hadn't been updated.
Seen that Dooms and BBs are a good combination.
I joke about that, but that's basically, from what I gather, it was like, this baby needs some updates.
The two of you have an affinity for one another.
This baby wasn't properly configured. Let me fix that for you.
That sounds so wrong.
We had to re-roll. We had to re-roll the baby stats.
Shit, the baby's acting up again. Better take it to Best Buy to get the Geek Squad to look at it.
Sir, this is not the designated drop-off area.
It's funny when you say that because I looked up and I see a dude just laying there.
Sam.
Sir, I don't care if this is a public beach. Vagrancy is not allowed here.
Listen. You are Sam Strand.
No, I'm not. Not anymore. My name is Sam Porter Bridges.
It's a funny word, Strand. A strand is part of rope or bond. While stranding means being washed up on the shore. And being stranded is when you can't go home. I'm stranded now, Sam. Here on the shore of the Pacific. Thousands of miles away. But our bond still holds. You're free, but we're still connected. Don't tell me we're not. Come back, Sam. I'll be waiting for you.
Let's hope he gets to the beach before it's too late. You don't want to stay out on the beach too long. You'll get sunburned.
Something tells me he'd actually want that.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna get sunburned if that's what the beach looks like.
Why does the sun look like a red giant?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Good morning.
Tonight's catchphrase? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yay! You said the secret word!
Sam, this is Di Hartman. You were out like a log. Must have been beat. Private rooms come with all the basic amenities. Shower, toilet, etc.
Shower, toilet, stash of Monster Energy.
Info or whatever else. If you have any questions, feel free to ask our staff. But before you do,
Place to plug in the baby so it can charge.
see how Bridges operates these days.
I'm not even joking. That is actually a thing.
Honey, put the baby on the charger.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's a baby charger.
No.
Physiological data we collected from you earlier. It's still just a best guess, though. After you take it out for a spin,
I'll
we
say
can check
fuck.
if you're safe and tweak the BB sensitivity as needed.
Can't even tell if it's 100% yet, because it keeps fluctuating.
You okay?
BB looks happy. Does he?
Hey.
That's what the on-screen text said. It said BB looks happy.
I don't think it looks happy. I think it just looks calm.
This case will remove any chiral matter still clinging to your suit. Speaking of suits, blue is for delivery personnel, red for medical, orange for corpse disposal, and black for security.
All right, time to gulp down some Monster Energy. Wait, let me put on my shades first.
I wear the glasses of the blocking of the sun at night. How you like my legally distinct
Legally
cover.
distinct, the best kind of distinct. Yeah, these were like actual Monster Energy cans in the PS4 version. And not just any Monster Energy cans, the green ones, aka the worst flavor of Monster Energy.
Oh, God.
I don't know what flavor it's supposed to be, I just know it tastes like green.
Yeah. Sad fact is I remember having to stock that kind of shit when I used to work at a grocery store.
That's actually the perfect example of a color. Because when I say
You can browse the Bridges.
you know the little, I think they're called jugs. We call them the barrel drinks.
You don't have clearance
It was
for
like
everything, but
a
there's still
nickel
plenty you might
in my time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you had purple, purple tasted like purple, and we loved it.
Yeah.
Blue is hard because so many things.
So many things can be blue flavored. Like, because there's
Exactly.
not many naturally occurring blue foods out there.
Like the closest thing is how everyone, even in the 90s, called it raspberry.
Believe we've met. I oversee delivery.
Yeah, like if you're just gonna name that color,
Nice to have you on board.
that would be the name of it.
In case I didn't mention it before.
But different
there
raspberry
are
tastes
strands.
like different
Not
types of
just
blue.
used for packing, by the way, but for identification too. Take a closer look and you'll see. See the red there? That's your blood.
So that was a new character for us that we haven't met in person yet, named Mama. And we're gonna get one more here. While I take a piss.
Sam, Hartman here. Researcher devoted to uncovering the secrets of the beaches.
No, he's teaching his Gyarados water gun.
As well as those.
Yes, that is an actual mechanic in this game.
When you relieve yourself, a certain amount of chiral matter is flushed from your system. Chiral matter can adversely affect hormone secretion and nervous function. There's a correlation between exposure and the development of phobias, as well as, in extreme cases, violent and suicidal impulses.
So if you don't piss very often, you might get suicidal.
As a trigger for the onset of dooms, allow me to collect a sample of your excretions for my studies. They provide a non-invasive means to monitor your exposure to chiralium and your overall health.
Ah, yes, we also need to use the sink.
Yes, please wash your hands after using the bathroom.
Wash your damn hands, boy.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of weird stuff at the sink. Like, it's meant for photo ops, because there's a photo mode, and, like, the official social media accounts for Death Stranding and Hideo Kojima both repost a lot of community photos taken in the game's photo mode.
Oh, jeez.
They even hold photo contests every now and then.
Huh. Neat.
All right, so now that the room tour is over, I'm going to save here and then call it a night. Ah, wrong thing.
Oops.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, call it a night so I can, I just feel like this is a good end point before I start getting too tired.
Oops.
Yeah,
You broke
that's
it.
fair.
Wait. There we go. Now we're no longer in the void. 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 Void.
Void.
Let's see if we're gonna raid anyone tonight. No, I don't think we're gonna raid anyone tonight. Alright, so with that being said, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to my co-hosts for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys next time, and until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, where the boys have caught us, we hope you like our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Whoa.
Good night, everybody.